So our today's lecture is on designing the business card. Before getting into process, let us discuss the three zones of a business card. The inner one is the called safe area, and the outer one, the orange one, is called the cut area, and the last one, the red one, is known as the bleed area. We will discuss each of these areas in details, and first of all, let's have a short idea of these areas. The safe area is the place where all the editing process of the card is done and all the contents are placed inside the safe area. The cut area is the place where a card cuts and the new card starts. And the bleed area is the space between and is the margin between two cards. That is 0.25 inches from all sides of one card. So let's have a short idea of what these areas are or what these zones are. I will create a new document and name it card, and after that choose the size as business card, and you can see that it has width of 3.5 inches and height of 2.0 inches. Make sure that you work with inches because the units must be inches, because it is the most convenient unit to work with a business card. So our resolution will be 300 dpi and primary color mode will be CMYK because we want to print this card. So click OK and new document is created. So first of all, let's double click the rectangle tool and it will create a rectangle exactly the same size of the page, and put some content in it. For example, this is our image and this is some name. John Smith, and we have other things like details of year and some more things like this here. So there is a problem with this. The 3.5 inches and 2.0 inches has a problem, and that is when we print it, if the printer misprints it, for example it misprints it a few inches, for example 0.2 inches, the card will move above this. And if first of all, let's draw the guidelines. Draw guideline here, one. The problem is that this business card is exactly the same size of the cut zone. This does not include the bleed zone, so it has only cut zone. So if the printer while printing misplaces the print, the card will go above this and the cutter will cut it exactly at the cut zone, which means that the cutter will cut this thing. Anything that is close to the boundary line of the cut zone will cut down. Then how can we overcome this problem? To overcome this problem, we make a cut zone and a safe zone. We make these two areas separate. How to make it? First of all, we simply delete it. First of all, take the rectangle and duplicate it. Control D, duplicate it. Now reduce the size 0.25 inches from width and height, that is 3.25 and 1.75, and now make it center. Okay, now draw other guidelines. So this whole size is the size of the card, which means that all the areas included in the card, nothing is excluded from the card. So let's color it and color this into the same color, and this is the safe zone. So now when we type or create anything inside this, I'll create this. I'll write some text here. So when the printer now misprints it like this, if it misprints a few inches, 0.1 inch you can say, then it will go to near this line, the cut zone, but it will not cut the content. So the problem is solved. The problem with this thing is solved, that the content will cut down, but it now creates another problem, that is this area below the card or any side that it misplaces the text. The opposite side will create a problem, which means that now our card was gray and the paper that we used to print was white. So when the print misprints and the cutter cuts here, the upper side of card remains good, but the bottom side will get the color of the page. And how can we overcome this problem? As I discussed before, that the bleed area is actually the boundary or the padding or margin that the cutter makes between printing two cards, which means that 0.25 is the margin of every card at every side, which means that there is 0.25 inches of gap between the two cards. So that can be advantageous to us. For this purpose, we just take the outer one and duplicate it again and increase the size 0.25 inches, that is 3.75 and 2.25, and now again center it and make it go below. So that's it. So now since we have colored the margins also, that is the same color as the card, so now when the printer, let's draw the guidelines here too. So now when the printer misprints it, it will move above this, and even if the card is misplaced, the color, the things that in the card are misplaced, but the color below the cut zone or after the cut zone now covers this area and it will not look so odd. So this is how we use these three zones to overcome this problem. And then now I will tell you that how can you design these safe zone, cut zone, and the bleed zone. For this purpose, I will take another page and delete these guidelines. So when taking a new document, you should not take this size as default, the 3.5 inches to the default business card size. You have not to take this size to design your business card. You have to take the custom size, that is 3.75 inches and 2.25 inches, and after that you have to draw a rectangle of the same size of the page and you have to duplicate it by pressing Ctrl D, and now you have to change its size to 3.5 and 2.0. After doing so, duplicate it again. Now CorelDRAW will detect the transformation, and in the new rectangle will get the same transformation as below. And now center these all. So now you have created three rectangles. Now start drawing the guidelines, and from above this and this. Now select these guidelines by pressing and holding shift and copy them below. In the same way, select these guidelines and duplicate them here. and now delete the rectangles. So there you have designed the save zone, the cut zone and the bleed zone. Now all you have to do is you have to work inside the save zone and make the page colored till the bleed zone, colored same till the bleed zone, so that when the card cuts and even the printer prints, it don't usually misplaces the print, but even if the printer does so, the color may not look odd, it will look perfect. So that's pretty much it for the zones or areas of the business card. Not every graphics designer use this technique, but using this technique is recommended, so you should always work with this technique. And when you're working in a professional life, even if you are not drawing the business card, the bleed zones and the save zones are also used for other things, other stationary things, like if you are designing a logo and your client wants you to design a business card, he may want to design you a letterhead and an envelope. The same technique, the same bleed zone and the same cut zone are used in them too, so you should work with these three zones to have a better result. So now we will get into the designing process. Start our business card designing process, and in this lecture we will design a business card. So we have a logo selected, that is the paint logo. We will design the business card for this logo, and we have our information already present here. And the icons I have created myself. These icons you can use PNG or you can use CorelDRAW ready-made templates from internet. You can download them from internet, and I will not recommend you to use the PNG from Google, because the problem with PNGs is that you cannot change the colors of the PNG. For example, you are using these icons in your card and you want to make it white or red. You cannot do so because the PNG has only one color. So I would recommend you to use these icons in CorelDRAW format or in PSD format, the Photoshop format, so you can change the color. Using the self-made or CorelDRAW format icons is recommended. So now let's get into the designing process. First of all, I will make a rectangle of the whole page size and color it this blue. And now after that, just take a rectangle of the same height as card and make it width to 1 inches and make it center to the card. Now take the desired tool and select the upper right corner of this rectangle, the bottom left corner, and make sure the snap to guidelines is turned on so that you will have a better experience working with this card. Now just delete this rectangle and color this newly drawn shape the same as the card we have drawn. Name this page as front side and create another page and name it back. Paste the paint inside this. Now copy this rectangle and paste it here. Now go to the front side and choose transformation by pressing F11. After pressing F11, select the elliptical fountain fill and uncheck the freescale skew and now change this white color. And decrease it a little bit. I will make it 65 degrees, 65, and after doing so, press this shape and press Ctrl R to apply the same transformation to it, and press F11 again. Now make it 100. After doing so, just make this elliptical fountain fill equal to the one in the main shape, so that it will look same. Now press OK, and now you have to take the 3-point ellipse tool and draw it same as this line, exactly same. And now make an ellipse a little bit outside this line, a little bit. Okay. After doing so, just color it black and make it go below the shape like this. And now take the transparency tool, select this and drag this that's it. And I can also use the shadow tool here, but the reason behind not using the shadow tool is that if I use the shadow tool, it will not give you this effect, this corner effect. That's why I have not used the shadow tool here, and I use this ellipse to make the shadow light effect. And after that you have to draw another rectangle and make its width to 0.2 and height to 0.2 and make its width much larger, and duplicate it 4 times. Now just center them, and now color them red. Delete this and copy this, Ctrl C, and paste it at the back, Ctrl V. Go to the front side. So now you have to take these red strips and paste it here. Okay, after that just take the guidelines and make them center use rectangle, and again take another one and do the same for all the rectangles. Now take another guideline from here and make it center to the card. I hope that this is not the center, so we'll just move these rectangles for a while, and this is the center. And now I will take these rectangles so after that just take this guideline and rotate it rotate it to the angle that we have drawn here, and after that take this guideline and copy it here, duplicate it. Now that there comes a turn of these icons and information here. First of all, take this phone icon and paste it to the edge here, and it equal to this one. Now take this email icon and again do the same, equal, and now take this the same way, equal, and take this location and in the same way, equal. Now copy this information, take this information here. For this, again copy this guideline and duplicate it. Now start pasting the information here. Okay, now the email, and now the web address, and now the address. Okay, so now we're done. So let's delete these guidelines because it can disturb the extra guidelines, can disturb the designing process. So just delete these extra guidelines from here, and then now I have to change the color. After that we have to just select these, group them, ungroup them. I will remove the outlines from these rectangles. Okay, now select them, group them, and now just go to the object, power clip, and place it inside this frame. Now remove this outline also, and then now draw an ellipse, circle. Draw a circle and paste it inside the safe zone or outside the safe zone. Paste it inside the safe zone and remove the outline. Now I have to import an image to paste here. For this, Control I to import, and after that I will import an image. This image, import it here, and I will reduce the size. This is the ink. I will just place it inside the frame, and now I will set it accordingly. Reduce the size a little bit more. Okay, so that's done. After that, just write the name. I will write the name John. Make sure the text style is same in every area of the card. Reduce the size a little bit, make it white too. John Smith, and duplicate it and name the rank marketing director, and reduce the size to 6 points. Make it equal. You can select different colors with this. I will choose this color. So that's our front side of the card ready. We have the contact information added, the email added, the website added, and the address added. After that, now we have to work with the back side of the card. So back side is so simple. We'll have to just put the logo here, center it first of all. No. So here we have the logo added, and the backside is also ready. You can also change the color to meet the same color requirement. Same for this brush. It may not look good, so I will just go with the black. After that, just save it and show it to the client. Show it if he's satisfied and or not. I have a YouTube channel on which I make the tutorial videos of CorelDRAW. You can check out my YouTube channel to find these videos and learn something new every day. I add videos on it. I will give you another lecture on how can you earn money with the CorelDRAW by using your own skills. In the CorelDRAW, you can work as a freelancer, or you can work on a private shop in your area. That's it for today's lecture. We have designed our business card, and in the next lecture we will also work with the mockups, that how can you represent your card in 3D mockups to show it to your customers and to get their feedback on your designs. So that's pretty much it for today. Hope you liked this video and hope you understood everything clearly. That's it for the business card designing process, and hope to see you in the next lecture. Thank you.